What is going on, everyone? I'm actually down here in Orlando, Florida once again, visiting some family, doing a little vacation, and so I had to come out to one of my favorite properties. We're out here at Bill Frederick at Turkey Lake. I'm going to be playing, I believe this is just the plain Turkey Lake course. I'm not sure what the name of it is. Last time I was down here, I played the harder of the two, I believe, which is called the Turkeynator, the T2 course. Today I'm going to play the one that's actually by the lake a little bit more. Haven't been here in a very long time, at least haven't played this course in a very long time, plenty of years. And so I'm interested to see how my game has developed since the last time I played it. But beautiful morning. Hopefully it doesn't get too hot down here. It is asking a lot of Florida, but at least there's a nice breeze, unlike what we get in Augusta. So I'm gonna get out here, enjoy this beautiful day, and I'll see you on hole one. All right, guys, here we are on hole one. I want to say it plays about 340. The sign is worn out. I'll put the distances up on the screen for the ones that I can't verify for you with the T sign, but basket goes down and a little bit to the right. Got a little more room once you get past this row of trees to get over back to the right. So I'm going to go forehand, especially because we got the low ceiling. I'm going to go Venoms here. First throws of the day, just going to go two off the first. We're going to go with the Z1. And then go with the Z Light. Oh. Little overturn there. That one's a little bit flippier. Let's go Z Light Venom here. Oh, that could be really good if it fades. Yeah, that one's actually going to be in a really good spot. All right, guys, got the Venom up here in a pretty good spot. I threw a third one as well, and it's up there by the basket. Good a distance to get started here, probably about 25 feet. See if we can cash one in here and get the putters going. Bang, there we go. Good birdie to start our day. Like I said, threw a third one. Got me right here. I wasn't gonna count that one regardless, but just a good way to build up some confidence going into the round. All right, let's go to hole two. All right, guys, here we are, hole two. I'm not sure exactly what pin this one's in. I would guess it's probably in the 350, but it looks like it just goes down and over to the left. I'm gonna try out the pipeline. Haven't thrown this a ton, and I think it's a good distance for this, so let's give it a shot. Pop up just a little bit. That could be really good, actually. I don't know, but I think that's at least gonna give me a putt. All right, let's try one kind of maybe up and over shot. Let's go boss. I don't know if I can get the right height just because that low hanging branch off the tee there. If it misses, that could be great. All right, let's go see how we did. All right, got the pipeline up here. It was a lot straighter of a shot than I realized. I thought I had to hyzer a little bit more. So I'm outside the circle here, probably looking at about 45 feet or so. Give this a little soft bid. Come on, drop in there. Woo! All right, hopefully I can tap that in for par. All right, so I sailed a little bit past the basket here. Nothing too bad, thankfully. Only about 15, 20 feet here. Nah, probably 15. And that's gonna be a par. All right, that's again, a lot straighter of a shot, but that tree makes it really difficult. So I like that hole though. All right, guys, here we are. Hole three is 300 feet. It's kind of a low ceiling. You want to go in line with that big tree in the middle there, but it plays pretty far behind that. I'm gonna go Aztec just because it's a low ceiling. See if I can have something overstable and just kind of skip it over there towards the basket. Just like that. Oh man, that's probably perfect. Get under it. Okay, that should be pretty good. We're gonna find out. Yanked it, but man, that one crushed. Well, guys, I threw the driver, and this is what I get for it. Skipped way over here to the left of the basket, probably about 35 feet outside the circle. Got a lot of wind coming off the lake. So, can't keep giving myself these putts, but hopefully we can get the putters dialed in here. Oh, Just a little bit to left. Alrighty, 2 pars in a row. No big deal. Let's move on to hole 4. Just look how absolutely stunning it is out here this morning. Beautiful, right next to Turkey Lake here. Can't ask for better. Beautiful day. All right, guys, here we are, hole 4. This tee pad wins award for skinniest tee pad ever. This is a new hole since the last time I was out here. So the lake has actually pushed up. It used to be there was a tee pad on down a little bit. I think it was like a 200-something foot hole, and you would just throw a straight shot. But now they've moved the tee up, which I'm thankful for, because literally the tee was right next to the water. And if you didn't know, there are lots of alligators in Florida. But now it looks like you play down the tunnel. You can go up and over if you got the arm. It says it plays about 315 or so. So let's see what we can figure out here. I'm gonna go back to this pipeline. I really think this is just a great disc that needs to be showcased more. So I'm gonna go glow pipeline. Let's try to punch it flat. Let this wind carry it to it. Oh no, fade, come on. It could be okay. We're gonna see how close it gets. Nope, still got enough flip, but snuck through. It's got plenty of distance. All right, guys, I got the pipeline here, pin high, a little bit over to the right, but man, we got a lot of wind coming off the lake, and it's pushing left to right, probably just inside the circle. Outside of 25 here, but that wind is strong. We're gonna cash this in anyway though. Bang, let's go. Man, that was one I was a little scared about, honestly. That wind is pretty strong today. That's a good birdie to pick up. All right, here we are, guys, hole 5. I wanna say this plays well over 400 feet. I'm not sure if it's a par 4 or par 3. Like I said, I'll let you know. The signs are very worn out. Basket is straight ahead. Obviously, the immediate danger is you got all the water to the right. The Spanish moss down there is really likely to catch a lot of disc. So for me, I'm just gonna try to punch something as far as I can and hopefully get myself up there. All right, we're gonna go Esplin Faro. This could be a huge mistake, or it could be the best decision of my life. Let's go Esplin Faro. Start out on a lot of hyzer and hope for the best. Oh man, if that fades, that is so good. Get under all that. Oh, it dropped though. All right, that could be pretty good. Had to start that out a little bit lower. Didn't want to get it too high and have the wind carry it over. Let's just leave it at that, see how we did. All right, got the Faro. Not in a great spot, but honestly, I'm just happy I got one in play. Giving myself a chance here. Outside of circle 2 even. But we're gonna try to give it a little bit anyway. If it drops, whoo, it kind of got dropped. If that had any fade, it probably would have gone in. All right, guys, we are on to hole 6, which says it's 313. Now, this hole has definitely grown up over the years. I would argue that this is not a great hole because you either had to punch it down through here, which is really hard to get the height as it plays uphill, or I guess the big play is going over the top. But man, playing into a straight headwind and throwing that high, it's just a dangerous thing to do because I'm pretty confident if you throw in there, your disc is gone. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna try the Aztec up the middle. This could be a huge mistake. Try to flex it and get some more carry here. See what happens. That is about as good as I could throw. If it stays up in the air, it just drops. God. And I guess we have to try the forehand. I mean, what do y'all think? God, that wind is crazy though. And I got scared, but I'm not gonna lose my disc. All right, that's a tough one. That is a tough hole. All right, not ideal. I think I could have gotten a little bit closer if I'd have got a favorable wind bounce there, but not ideal, but tough hole. We're gonna go Koi. Give this a little half run here. See if we can toss this guy in. Did I do it? Nope, went a little bit deep. As expected, went a little bit deep. Nothing too bad here though. I wonder how the Koi is for a putter. Better than the Zone SS. All right, that's a tough one. We got to start getting some birdies though. All right, here we are, hole 7, and y'all, this course is way harder than I remember it being. I mean, I think it's mostly because the trees have grown up since the last time I was out here, but this plays 380, and you've got a tunnel. Again, if you're Anthony Barela, you can go over the top and probably do a little sky anhyzer and have it crash back, but for us mortals, this is a tough hole. I don't think I can get there just because it does play uphill and you have to get through that gap, but I got no choice but to try, so we're gonna go for it. All right, I'm gonna go back to my Esplin Faro, just see if I can hyzer flip it up through that gap. It's about feel like my only option here. Man, it is so hard to get through that gap. As a horrible shot, horrible. It was. All right, guys, we got the Faro thankfully up here in a pretty good spot. I'm gonna go zone, a little upshot with my X soft just to make sure it doesn't roll down that hill. That should be really good. Oh yeah, that'll tap in. That's a one I'll take a par on all day long. All right, guys, here we are, hole 8. Looks like it's up on that hill, 247. Really nice hole. Got a tunnel shot here. Just something that's perched up on that hill, so you just want to have something crash into the hill and hopefully not go too far past it. Haven't gotten to throw my Zone SS's yet, so I'm going to go Testi Lento just straight up the middle here. Have this guy just do what it does. Go straight, a little bit of finish. A little bit to the right, but that's not terrible by any stretch. Just like that. Now fade. Need you to fade. Oh, that'll be fine. That will be fine. All right, guys, this is not as close as I want it to be. About 28 feet or so. Looking straight up the hill, a lot to wind. Got to really concentrate, drive this guy straight in the basket. There we go. That's a good putt. All right, finally got a birdie again. Took a little while, a little longer than I wanted it to. But let's see if we can get this going for us now. All right, guys, we're on to hole 9. It says it is in the 278 placement, I think, which is just pretty much straight ahead. Not terribly low ceiling, but it kind of goes up on the hill once again at the end. It's kind of a trend out here, it looks like. I guess this is the disc of the day for me. I'm gonna go Glow Pipeline, even though it's not that far. I just want to keep it low, see if I can kind of skip it up there, take some off of this guy. That's low. Is it going to skip in that grass? No. Not doing myself any favors here, not giving myself a lot to look at. Probably, I mean, definitely outside the circle. 45 up the hill. Nice little drop off behind it. Got to be very careful here, but we're still going to run it. Ooh, thought I was going to get one there. Let's give it another go. Oh my God, Matt. Terrible. All right, here we are, guys. We're on the back nine. We got to pick it up a little bit. We're not shooting as well as we want to, but hole 10 looks like it's kind of down this gap. And again, I used to think this was a straight shot, but it has gotten so overgrown compared to when I played it, which makes sense. I'm not complaining about the course. That's just how things happen, but it does change the plays quite a bit. So I think my only play is to really go over the top, which again, in this wind is a dangerous play. All right, we're gonna go Raptor forehand here to see if we can put some turn on this, throw it into a headwind. Hopefully it'll hold straight. Oh, I think it actually went deep in the basket. Let's go see if we can look at that one. So high. Well, guys, got a little bit lucky here. Got the Raptor behind the basket and didn't go all into that stuff. got an opportunity here to get a bird. Let's see if we can snag this guy. Come on. Ah, man, that's on me. That's just a bad putt. Oh well. Another par, man. Gotta pick it up. Can't give away these birdies. All right, hole 11 says it's 235 up the hill. Another one, not a great line to the basket. Gonna have to throw either like a forehand or turnover backhand, it looks like. All right, I think I'm gonna change my play up here. I think I'm gonna go backhand. I would typically go forehand, but I really think I can sneak it through that right side, hopefully. Or just sneak underneath it that way. Okay, not great, but not horrible either. So we'll take that. I'm gonna go with my new Captain's Raptor. Gave my other one away, so I got a brand new one in the bag. So this sucker's gonna be incredibly overstable. Give it some flex here. That's good, but it's gonna crash right into that tree. Yep. Got the buzz in a pretty good spot, but we gotta lock in this putt. We're not dialed the way I like to be, so let's get this guy going, get back on the birdies here. There we go. That was a lot more confident of a putt. Not letting that one slip by. All right, guys, here we are, hole 12. It says it's 354, par 3, kind of a low ceiling here. I'm gonna go with the CD2. I'm gonna try to just hyzer flip this guy. The wind is kind of swirly, so hopefully it'll play to my favor and get me up there for a putt at least. Oh, baby. That is looking great. Find a way. Go in. Ooh, that looks really good. Ooh, Pro Boss is a smasher. It's on a rope, man. This guy, man, what a shot. What a shot. Guys, hole 13, tough one here. 355 downhill, it looks like. I think that's where it is. You do have the water in play here. So I remember when those trees were lower, this was kind of a spike forehand. But again, repeated theme here, these trees have grown. So it changes the shot. You can still go forehand kind of up the middle, or you can go backhand, but definitely different than it used to be for sure. All right, I think I'm gonna try something different here. I'm gonna go with the Star Fox from Innova. We got a tailwind and it's playing downhill. See if this guy will get me down there. Oh, that tree. That was looking so good. A little too flippy, get down. Woo. All right, not great, not great. All right, trying to stay away from the danger here. Not a great position. I'm gonna pitch up with the Koi. Just try to get one that's not gonna go far. Just kind of pitch it up there. Yeah, boring hole for me once you don't have a good drive, but that'll be another par. All right, I think it's just time to admit it. This course is harder than what I remember it being. And I think it's definitely just because this course has matured. But here we are, hole 14. It says it's 288. Got to push it straight before that tree line in the back, have it fade in. I think I just lost my Huck Lab Aztec. I left it somewhere, I can't remember where. So we're gonna go with the PD, see if we can just kind of flex it. Sorry about the camera, there's not a great spot to put it here. So we're gonna go PD, just try to flex it through there. Just like that. If that has the speed, that's gonna be great. Go, 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 go. We're leaving it. That's the best I can throw it, I think. Guys, isn't this course just absolutely gorgeous though? I mean, look at this. It does not get any better. PD got me very close. That's a good one to get a birdie on. I feel like that's a pretty tough shot, even though it's a short hole. So I'm very thankful to get that birdie. All right, here we are, hole 15. It says it's 336. Just straight up there to the right. Just really got to get something out there clean. We do have more of a tailwind, so that's gonna drop some of these discs a little bit more. Also, we're next to the interstate, so if it's a little loud, I apologize. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go Z-Lite Venom to start here. A little out wide, but if it gets a good fade, that should be really good. Oh yeah, that'll work just fine. That one is caught with the wind a little bit, but still up there good. I got this one up here, about an ideal position. A little bit short, but about 15 feet, nothing too bad here. That's gonna be another birdie. Feel like I'm getting some of the holes that I didn't expect to get and missing holes I should have. All right, here we are, hole 16, our first par 4, I believe. 476, just gotta get something down there in position and then pitch up. It's not a very far hole for a par 4, but you don't wanna screw this up and go into the junk either left or right. So we're gonna go faro to start. See if we can just get it a long ways down there. Just like that, little stand up. Nothing amazing, just something in play. That's all I'm looking for. All right, guys, we are not in the best of positions. I thought we would be, but really tricky lie. And not a lot to work with, but I think we're gonna go zone, just nice and low, and go down this left gap here, or for me, a straighter gap. Should be really good. Skip a little bit. Yep. Okay. We're gonna get out of here with a birdie. That's good. Whew. Without that skip, might have been in trouble. I thought I was a little bit closer than this, but no big deal. That's a bird. All right, guys, on to hole 17. It says it's 385. Goes over to the left. I'm not exactly sure where, but you just, it sounds like want to punch it all the way as far as you can. Not as far as you can, but you get what I'm saying. Towards that tree line and have it fade over to the left. All right, I'm determined to throw the DD1 on a good shot. So we're gonna go with it on our first shot because I am determined that we're gonna walk out of here with a really good shot. So this is gonna require me to focus. So here we go. DD1 down the pipe there. And still didn't throw a good shot. But it got a skip. Man, this tee pad's terrible though with those trees. Well, the sad reality is I still almost got pin high and I threw that terrible. So it does have a good speed and glide, but up here at the gap, see if we can give it a little toss in. Oh my goodness. All right, well, not a horrible play, but definitely not as good as you want. It's a nice simple hyzer. I think if I'd have had more headroom off the tee pad, I wouldn't have been thinking about it as much. But no excuses. Gotta execute with what you got. All right, here we are, hole 18. It says it's either 222 or 230. Looks like it plays over to the left a little bit. Don't know where the basket is, but I'm gonna go tempo. Just go with something semi-stable, not throwing it very hard. That should be really good. All right, hopefully that's great. I didn't hear anything. Well, I guess the reason I didn't hear anything is because it didn't hit anything, but got me up here a little bit short, but this would be a great way to end the day. Go another birdie here, about 20 feet. And that's gonna do it. Good one to end on. A kind of up and down round for me. I'd have liked to have had more birdies out there, but I also got a few holes that I wasn't expecting to get. So overall, a good day. But if you're in Orlando, Florida, you gotta come check this property out. There's 2 courses on the property. They are both absolutely stunning. And so definitely check out the original. This is the one I just played. And then the T2 course is also a lot of fun. A little more woodsy, I would say, overall, but both great. So guys, if you're ever in Orlando, come check it out. But as always, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.